Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. I hope you're all doing well. I'm trying to figure out, I told you guys I got a new mic, and I'm very concerned, hopefully unnecessarily, that's the new way I pronounce that, hopefully unnecessarily about the sound quality. I know the quality's like smoother, there's not as many highs and lows and weird noises that whatever happens with a mic and a shitty microphone. However, I'm a little concerned that it's too quiet, so you guys get back to me. If you can't hear this as well as you could in the past, let me know. I'm going to keep tweaking this. I'm struggling. Again, I know nothing. I don't have an audio team or a lighting team or an accounting team helping me out here, so I'm doing my best. For a person who doesn't know anything about technology, really, except how to log into my email, which I never do, it's really hard for me. Ooh, it smells not good, but I have the smell of anticipation because I'm doing baked potatoes right now. I'm going to take those out, and I'm going to put beans inside of them. Vegetarian baked potato lunch day. Here's a tip for you. Some people get worried about beans causing them gas. People always say that because I eat a lot of beans. They're like, how do you do that? Well, I have never said this on this podcast, but I have ulcerative colitis, which means I'm an expert on the digestive tract. And I'm not happy about that, but I am. And it's been an ongoing struggle my entire life. But beans are incredibly healing, especially when paired with rice or potatoes. So they heal your gut. But the thing about beans that you may not know that I'm going to tell you right now, if you use canned beans, which is what I do, black beans, refried beans, whatever, even chickpeas, if you rinse them off really well, you got to do it like 8 times. I use one of those like berry sieves or whatever. I don't know. What are those called? I'm losing my words here. But you just got to rinse those beans off because that foamy stuff that comes with like bean, if you get that out of the way, you're not going to have any issues, I promise. Because I don't have that issue and I eat beans constantly. So there you go. Very happy to report anything you need to know about ulcerative colitis. I've been in remission for a long time. That doesn't mean I always feel great, but that's a pretty good thing. Shout out to my current gastroenterologist, Dr. Eniotti. In Houston, I love Dr. Eniotti. He's great. But in Houston, I had the greatest doctor I have ever had in my life. Her name was Dr. Margaret Bridges. She has since retired. But one day, the office staff there threw me a surprise birthday party. They happened to notice that my birthday was coming up. It was that week that I had come in for something. And they go, hey, we need you to look over some medical records. And they pulled me into the back, and they had a cake for me. And then there was confetti on the table. It was the sweetest thing. Honestly, I think it might be the kindest thing that's ever happened to me. Besides when my parents surprised me in Wichita when I was at Harvester Arts. Okay, let me go ahead and get into it. I wanted to read, I know I've read Tomas Tranströmer on here before. You may remember, he's a Swedish poet, psychologist, and my favorite profession, translator. He just died in 2015. He was a Nobel Prize winner. My good friend Matthew Sontheimer introduced me to him. I'm going to be reading from this book I've read from a lot, the Robert Bly book, translations from Robert Bly. It's called The Winged Energy of Delight. It's very inexpensive online. You should definitely get it. It's a HarperCollins book. I will put a link to that book in the description of the podcast, as well as more information on Tranströmer. I say Tranströmer, then I say Tranströmer. You guys, I don't know. Do you think I walk around having conversations about these people all the time? Does it sound like I do? No, I'm just a huge fan and I love it. I quietly read these people. I don't often get a chance to talk about these things, except for when I'm talking into the mic, talking to you guys, which is why I love it. So that's why it's so vital to me. Ooh, my heart's going. All right, let's just read this one. I really love this. It's called The Scattered Congregation. 1. We got ready and showed our home. The visitor thought, you live well. The slum must be inside you. 2. Inside the church, pillars and vaulting, white as plaster, like the cast around the broken arm of faith. 3, inside the church, there's a begging bowl that slowly lifts from the floor and floats along the pews. 4, but the church bells have gone underground. They're hanging in the sewage pipes. Whenever we take a step, they ring. 5, Nicodemus, the sleepwalker, is on his way to the address. But who's got the address? Don't know, but that's where we're going. You guys, get out of town with that one. That is such a good poem. If you don't know that's a good poem, take me out for French fries. We'll talk about it. You know what? Yesterday, I was on Twitter briefly just to look up something, and I found Oprah Winfrey was tweeting about something, and I couldn't understand what she was talking about because I have a tendency to look over the hashtags. And in the end, it turned out she hashtagged the word Greenleaf every time, which is, I now know, a show produced by Oprah and on her own show, on her own channel, I mean. And it sounds like it's like a Dynasty or a Dallas, but it takes place at a megachurch in Memphis, Tennessee. Well, anyway, let me read you the tweets. And if you saw them abstractly as I did, you're going to... I don't even know what to say. They really blew my mind. And since that Tranströmer piece was referring to church, so is this. And I just want to read these to you for fun. I took them all down as notes. I mean, I want to turn them into a poem eventually, maybe. But anyway, here it is. Yep, he doesn't feel seen. Deacons walking out. This happened at my church once long ago. Can't say without telling you too much. I'm really here. I feel for Jacob, even though he's cheating. What y'all think? Hard-headed children. Can we hear what Jacob is saying? Nothing but a body to you. Neck down, dead. I felt strongly nothing should happen between Grace and David Nelson. Did you overrule that? Jesus be a fence and a chastity belt. Happy birthday to your mom. Aloha, for sure. Hard when you're the bishop's son. Representing at therapy. They don't mix for sure. I think he's experiencing blurred lines. Can't slap other people's children, LOL. On TV. My line, thank you. Original line was cupcakes. Hang in, guys. Mavis goes off on Mac next hour. Delish. Hey, friend, what part of the world are you today? I got a testimony. Amen. Amen. That sure was a good hug. Yep, you got it. Hypocrisy, all dressed up at dinner. LOL, for real, Roland. Table cleared. Promise me you're not here to sow discord in the fields of my peace. Yep, a line my father used with me as a teenager. You got it. Green beans from the garden today. Barbecued chicken and scalloped potatoes. Killing it. We're all killing it. Robert Bly's killing it, Tranströmer's killing it, Oprah's killing it, I'm killing it. I just scared my cat Frankie. Okay, you guys. Sorry, I had to stop recording, and so you hear a different noise because I had to open my windows. My apartment was filled with smoke. Something's going on in the oven over there with the potatoes. I was like, God, is my apartment on fire? That's how good those Oprah tweets were. You seriously. Oh my God, that was scary. Anyway, Instagram and Twitter. My handle is ROBYN_ONEIL. I'll post something that won't amount to anything on there soon. That's the whole game with Instagram and Twitter, right? It's pointless, yet we all do it. God, it feels good. I haven't done that in so long. I wanted to say, reach out to me. Just do a comment or a tweet at me. Do you want me to do only once a week? I'm thinking of going to Thursdays only, so I might skip Monday, but I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. If you guys like twice a week, you got to let me know, or I'm going to switch it to once a week. Do not DM me. Don't direct message me. I don't look at direct messages anymore. The general public is too disgusting and creepy for that anymore. It's sad, but true. I've met a lot of good friends through DMs, but I can't do it anymore. So you just have to tweet me in a normal way, or post a comment on Instagram, and I'll go and look at those this weekend. Final thoughts. Calm down. Take it slow. Take your time. Everything's going to be okay. Life isn't fair because it's not supposed to be. Everything is exactly as it's meant to be right this second, as shitty as that is. So throw your hands up in the sky. Go shine in your own special way. I love you all. Be safe over this weekend. Don't drive drunk. Save some potato salad for me. Peace. I'm out of here.